It is time for Bet On It, brought to you by Warhorse Sportsbook, the best place in Nebraska to place your sports bets. It is in Lincoln and in Omaha. Make sure you get out to the casinos and check out warhorsecasino.com for all the house rules and a full list of promotions as well. DB, before we get into it too much, the degenerates were mad that we didn't give any locks yesterday.
I know, man. I've been on a heater.
You have been on a heater. You've been doing good?
Hey, did you give the guys my Ole Miss play?
I did. Yeah, as soon as you hung up, when we got into it the next segment, I gave him Old Miss, which won again.
Yes, they did.
TK asked about Cincinnati minus 3.5.
He said something slick earlier. What did he say?
At Villanova. What did TK say?
I got to go.
He's always saying something slick.
Our YouTube chat is off the chain.
Was it his comment about separate but equal?
No, I missed that one.
Oh, he was.
What did he said, I can't even remember. Of course, the amazing Daniel, because I screwed up the whole
Snickers Southwest.
So what am I thinking when I say Snickers? What's their thing? Hungry or wait? What is it?
Something about getting cranky. Shane, do you know? You know the Snickers slogan?
Something. Grab a Snickers.
You're an idiot.
Thank you for that. That's helpful.
What a dummy.
I heard a rumor I was an idiot.
Of course it was amazing Daniel that said something smart.
How do you feel?
I was like Southwest Snickers then. I don't know.
It seems like a Steven actually though. Well, actually,
Steven was in early, man.
He was.
Good on him.
Do you like Cincinnati minus 3.5 over Villanova? Do you have a good sense for either of those teams?
On the surface, yes.
I've got a good sense. I don't think Villanova is very good.
I don't think the Big East is very good.
That's entirely possible. The results early have not been kind.
Hey, were you surprised Hurley was like is just going crazy?
No, that's who I've always thought he was.
Man, he's got some different personalities.
This is part of the reason I have never liked him very much.
Let me just get back to the Villanova thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty low.
Yeah, it's 3.5, so it makes me feel a little.
It's pretty low.
Like I look at that and I go, probably should be
because since he's the top 15 team,
5.5, 6.5.
Yeah,
somewhere in there.
I would agree.
You know, that feels like it should be somewhere closer to a 2 or 3 possession game.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't mess with that.
But stinky line or free money. That's the game we like to play here.
Well,
I think Villanova is very bad. I don't think Kyle Neptune can coach his way out of a paper sack.
Wow, just continuing the hate.
Dude, Kyle Neptune's not good.
So
it's not slander when it's true.
The one you're going to be right about is Woodson.
Not the one. I'm right about several.
Well, I mean, just a hard line stand.
Yes.
You wouldn't even entertain him being okay.
No.
You just said awful from the jump.
Yeah, Woodson, that was a terrible hire for Indiana. Woodson's terrible. He's been terrible.
Wow.
They continue to be
turn it
terrible.
Around on you.
I'll wait for it. I'm not holding my breath.
They covered in their 25th place game the other day.
Hey, good for them, you know. I'm not taking any victory laps for Creighton's 7th place win over Notre Dame.
Yeah.
It's at that point, you go 0-2. I don't really care what happens after that.
Well, that was kind of grimy.
Yeah, everything's grimy these days.
Yeah.
And I wonder how grimy that Cincinnati-Villanova game is going to be.
Yeah, I'll give you your lock if you want it.
I lean towards free money there, but yeah, I would love a lock. The degenerates need their little cat.
I'll give you 2. Take your pick or put them together.
What do we got?
Take Clemson catching 2, maybe 1.5.
Okay.
From a visiting Kentucky bunch.
I've got it at 1.5 right now.
Yep. Take Clemson.
Okay. That's lock number 1.
Yeah, and this line has come down quite a bit, but it was big for a reason to open.
Mm-hmm. It's Texas A&M.
How in the world did you know that?
I don't know. It's at 8.5 right now. You're looking at me like you saw a ghost.
No, I am being serious though. Like, why? What made you say that?
I just kind of was looking at the lines, and that one jumped out to me.
You talking to a ghost?
That's not making a ton of sense with Wake Forest coming in. That just didn't make a lot of sense to me. I was like, I wonder if he's thinking Texas A&M.
Wow.
And then you say it started bigger, and I was like, it's still a pretty big number. It's probably Texas A&M.
I think it opened at 11.
Yeah,
it currently sits at 8.
Yeah, I've got it 8.5, but yeah, somewhere in there.
Listen, I don't even want to say it.
Who you want now?
A&M.
You want A&M?
Yeah, lay the 8.
Okay. A&M minus the 8.5, and you like Clemson plus the 1.5.
Yep.
Okay, I see you. You have been on a heater.
I still can't believe that, though. What are we doing?
You know how sometimes you're like, hey, get out of my head? I think that was one of those. It was one of those moments.
What's that?
You look freaked out.
Oh, that's incredible.
Hey, by the way, Doug on the chat line says, "You're not when you're hungry. Grab a Snickers," is what the.
You're not you when you're hungry. Yeah.
So that's exactly. I said hungry. Grab a Snickers. That's in there.
You just said grab a Snickers, Shane.
I said hungry.
Which is no.
Snickers.
You just said grab a Snickers, which is like okay, sure, that's fine.
At least Doug has your back. Everybody needs some friends in their corner.
You're not you when you're hungry.
That's totally on me.
TD Pay.
Hot Danger says Hurley is Fran McCaffrey who wins.
He's wild, isn't he? You kind of vibing with old Hot Danger, huh?
Yeah, it's not wrong.
Everybody to calm down. My heartburn is still a thing.
Man, you need to get some Pepto or something in there.
No, man.
Heartburn. Grab a Snickers.
I don't think that'll help.
That's not it, Shane.
I don't think that'll help. That's actually really funny, Hot Danger. That might be my favorite comment so far this week.
No, there's been some good ones.
There's been some good
Tiana
ones.
wants to phrase. She wants to
use your phrase.
My T-shirt, my phrase.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I said that. This is how I feel.
I don't remember what it was even.
I said I'm a conduit for perspective.
Oh yeah, you were saying it because we were mad at people who were just out here wilding.
Well, and I think, I was really saying that because people are asking me my thoughts on things without really realizing, like where I am in the middle of it.
Yeah, the position you're in.
Yeah.
Which is,
and I'm like, that's okay. Like I'm gonna eat it. I'm just gonna be a conduit for perspective.
You're in a weird spot to say the least.
Yeah.
It's
one.
I'm gonna ask you.
That's fine.
I'm gonna ask you a question that you may or may not like for bet on it. Okay.
I always like when you preface it. It's disarming.
I know that's why I do it.
It's your own question.
Let's not do that anymore. I like my natural response, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Bill, Chris, and Sash might, but
I don't know. I'm trying to keep us on the air.
It's fine.
I'm gonna ask you the same question I asked Mike J. Schaaf.
Is that it for bet on it?
No, this is part of it. This is just this is not a line per se, but I'd like you to bet on this. If you had to bet on it today, internal stay with John Butler, external they hire from outside for DC. Just your gut. Not the heartburn gut. Let's clear that up. We don't want any extra acid in there.
Okay, ask me again.
If you had to bet on it, internally they move John Butler to DC, or they go outside, hire somebody else. At 9:37 on a Tuesday. Knowing full well that circumstances can change.
They go outside.
I would tend to agree.
They go outside.
I also think, though, that means John Butler's not here next year. That's the next step, I think.
You're like, I want to say so many bad things.
Do them. Let them rip. It's
not 2025 yet.
Say what you got to say.
2025, we'll be able to say whatever we want to, and nobody will bat an eye at it.
Is that your New Year's resolution? Talk crazier to me in 2025?
No, like I'm still gonna try to have self-control and be rational.
Yeah.
Although I just peeked at my ankles and they're so ashy, it's not even funny.
You rocking the KD this morning?
Oh my gosh.
Hopefully you're not going to get a shot from game day today. Otherwise, they might give you a hard time.
I saw her yesterday. She was coming. I didn't think she was there. And so I was just waiting for Chris because he's looking at some other stuff for me. And she came in and she had a cup and I didn't look at it.
Yeah.
And she goes, ugh, is this going to be my first blood draw of the day?
Uh-oh.
I was like, dang, how do you too? I was like, where are you coming from? And she looked at me, and she had a cup in her hand, and she goes, scooters? Like,
I went somewhere else totally in my mind with that cup.
I was like, I couldn't, number one, I can't see.
Yeah.
I certainly wasn't paying attention.
I can't read.
Yeah. And I said, hey, I'm just letting you know, Ravi said you missed, and she was livid.
She did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, best wishes with that one.
Yeah, I know. I'm glad I don't have to go back for a couple weeks to get another blood draw. I needed to forget about that before I go back.
And as far as to say, dude, ruined my day, I don't miss. And she nailed mine. I was a gusher.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Gotta be careful there.
I know.
You heard it here first. DB guarantees they'll go outside the family for a DC.
Yeah, that's all I need.
That's Bet on It, brought to you by Warhorse Sportsbook.